Hello everyone, Supersonic 7 here. We're trying this again. So, I actually tried recording this a previous time, but it did not save the audio, which is annoying, but we're dealing with it. So, as you might see, this is not my YouTube save. This is not the save that I have been playing on. That is correct. That save was lost again. Because, we love losing saves. That is a thing, apparently. But we tried to recover the save, and the update went through, because there's a new update just a few minutes ago. Yes, the Light in the Darkness update. So, here's what was added in this new update. Eternal Challenges 10 to 12. Light and Dark Studies. Bugs fixed with Eternity Point gain, which that bug was rather significant actually, because in some of the later portions of the game, you were supposed to be getting 10 to the power of 300 eternity points, but you were only getting 10 to the power of 200. So you can see how there's a big difference there, so that bug was rather significant to fix. Buffed time studies beyond 181. Rescaled a bunch of time studies, rebalanced achievements, added helpful text in a bunch of places. I'll emphasize on that more in a minute. And then content is currently up to time dilation, which is the end for now. So yes, let's take a look at the new content real quick. I have a lot of eternities, as you can see. That's actually rather important, because the time study that was based off of eternities was buffed a lot. So I don't have any dilated time. I'm not actually going to wait, but if I did, you can see reach 1 antimatter. I turned off tachyon particle gain because dilation isn't done yet, as you can see. Huh? What are tachyon galaxies? I thought you said galaxies don't exist. They don't. They don't. Okay? I'm going to fix that in the next update, which should release in about a month. Oh no. That's all going to be fixed. We're going to revamp the entirety of time dilation. And it's going to be really good, and you're going to like it. And if you don't have to play, because we're working really hard on this update. Alright. Oh, yes. So here is part of the little helper text. I've been getting complaints in the Discord that people didn't know what replicant boosters did. Thought I added it in how to play. No, I did not. And also, this last line probably isn't necessary, because you won't be getting antimatter galaxies in the first place. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, the time dilation update is up next. It's going to cover time dilation to reality and will probably be massively unbalanced. New time studies. A Turing Challenge 10 doesn't have that little helper text. That's like, oh, you need to, like after they're completed, it still has the requirement. A Turing Challenge 10 does not. We thought that was a bug for a second, but I mean, completed 5 times doesn't really have the stuff on it. So If it's an error, it's with decimal constants, and we can go back and fix that later, but I doubt that's gonna break, because we've had 2 weeks to test this, and we had no errors. We completed Eternity Challenge 10 all 5 times with no problems. Let's look at the buffed time studies now. 191, you permanently keep 20% of your infinities as banked infinities, because I was generous and thought 5%, that's too low. They're not going to want to get this achievement with only 5% banked infinities, but I don't want to give them too many infinities because, well, that'll break stuff. I don't like breaking stuff. It's like what we did with Eternity Challenge 10, which I'll show you in a moment. Eternity Challenge 10 was buffed, and it's based off of infinities. So having more infinities, that's going to be a problem with things like Eternity Challenge 10's reward. So we're just going to save the hard work and buff banked infinity gain to 20%, which is rather significant. 192 still does the same thing, although much more expensive. 201, same. 193 was overbuffed. The formula is now 100 to the power of eternity amount. So that's basically eternity amount doubled as the exponent of your antimatter dimension multiplier, and it caps at 10 million eternities, which is a 10 to the power of 20 million multiplier. That's a lot of multiplier, isn't it? As you can see, I have about a 1 million right now. Like it's 900,000, but in the grand scheme of things, it's close enough that you can probably call it 1 million and not get too many people yelling at you. I'm, of course, very picky, so I might yell at you, but just for the sake of this one example, I'm going to call it 1 million. But adding a 19 million onto all of these dimensions, that's going to buff a lot. So I might have to go to my testing save and make sure that's not like unbalanced or anything. Because if it's unbalanced, we're going to have to redo the entire time dilation layer. And probably reality as well when we get to it. For reality, yeah, we're probably going to be pulling a Hevapel with that one. It's probably going to take 4.5 years. Because how on earth are we supposed to get darkness into reality, or vice versa, reality into darkness? How are we supposed to do that? Reality is so heavily relied on its galaxies. Well, what the heck is a galaxy? Yeah, yeah, that's gonna take a lot of work. Sorry. 211, same. 212 also buffs replicanti boosters. It says tick speed here because it does provide a small boost to tick speed. But, since galaxies don't exist, no galaxies. 213 has 2 effects instead of 1. And the second effect is very powerful. It raises replicante boosters to a power based on rep speed. And the fact that it makes replicante 25 times faster only improves that. Now, do I have static rep speed mults? I do not believe I do. The multiplier tab is dead, but maybe. Like I said, it's dead. But it says 5.07k. So maybe there's something. Oh, you know what? There is something. There's one thing. Eternity Challenge 11. It does replicante speed as well. So that's it. That's how you can get this guy to go up. 214, overbuffed. 222, same. Oh, wait, 221. 221, I believe, is also the same. So 223, buffed effects replicating boosters. 224, same. 225, and 226, both replicating boosters. 227, I think 227 was buffed. Did we cap it? Because we buffed it in endgame and we had to cap it. So hopefully we capped it. 228, same. 231 over buffed, but we nerfed 301 to compensate. Because in endgame, we tried buffing this guy right here, and we buffed him too much. And 301, the triad study, went haywire, exploded everything, and the game crashed. And you know it's always really fun when the game crashes. Yeah. 232 also buffs tick speed. 232 is actually still impressively powerful. Like it actually makes tick speed do something. However, 231 is a little bit more powerful because this is also cubed by this guy. So it just barely beats that out, even though it affects both boosters and tick speed. This is better. These two are also a close call. We normally use this one, however, in Dilation, Eternity Challenge 11, a couple other things, we resort to this one. Oh, I am running out of time. Eternity Challenge 10. Reward was not changed, however, it was improved. Eternity Challenge 11, I did not touch that. However, tick speed, since tick speed doesn't do much, we were trying to figure out if we wanted to change this. We didn't change it. Instead, we made tick speed a little more powerful so that this actually did something. And then Eternity Challenge 12, you know how it originally reduced the costs of Infinity Dimensions? Well, we have early caps, so that won't do jack squat. And like all it'll do is make it cap faster, and that does not help in any case whatsoever. So we raised the caps to a power, which is very, very nice. Because now we can get up to like 89,000 purchases and be just fine. Alright, ultimate challenges. I can't discuss those in this video because I'm going to run out of time. But in my YouTube save, I'm getting very close to these guys. So you will see. You will see. Alright, last thing, achievements. I've got to rush real quick. There's only a couple achievements I need to talk about. This guy is what makes tick speed decent. Tick speed gets a power based on time in this eternity. Which can get pretty powerful. This guy's pretty good, but again, you have to figure out where to use it. It's time study 193. We're not going to talk about the fact that this guy gives 10 times more infinities and my whole discussion on how infinities can break the game because of inflation. We're just going to skip over that. Okay, it's for improvements. It's for making Eternity Challenge 12 reasonably possible. We're not going to talk about this either. That is huge inflation index. This is what makes Eternity Challenge 11 possible. And then the last three, I still need to change them up, but I have another update to do that. So, but that's about all I need to discuss. There's not really much else to cover. I mean, the save is doing its thing. I need to tweak some things here and there, but yeah, that's about it. So, when I actually find my save, I will start the next episode and I will see you there. Goodbye.